It's official. Donald Trump is headed back to the White House. In a historic election, Trump has clinched victory over Kamala Harris, flipping key states and claiming an unprecedented mandate for his second term. America is buzzing with reactions to this monumental outcome, from the Capitol to the streets. Good morning, Twisted News viewers. Last night, history has been made. Donald Trump has won the 2024 presidential election, defeating Kamala Harris in a race down to razor-thin margins in swing states nationwide. This isn't just a victory, it's a statement. Trump returns to the White House, declaring he's been given an unprecedented mandate by the American people. Let's explain how he secured this win and what it means for the next 4 years. This race was tight, and every vote counted. Trump pulled off unexpected victories in battlegrounds like Wisconsin and Pennsylvania, states that had leaned Democratic in recent elections. Pollsters were stunned as counties that typically favored Democrats swung in Trump's favor. His campaign's aggressive ground game and focus on immigration, economic growth, and American strength paid off, drawing in voters from rural and suburban areas. In his victory speech, Trump didn't hold back. He called his win a triumph for the real America. He vowed to deliver on his promises during his campaign. Promises centered around restoring America's greatness and ensuring the U.S. is strong, secure, and proud. But he also had a warning for anyone standing in his way. Trump is coming back with a renewed focus on what he calls draining the swamp and cracking down on what he describes as the elite political class that, he claims, has neglected everyday Americans. But what exactly will Trump's agenda look like this time around? Insiders predict a more assertive approach than we saw in his first term. His campaign has already signaled plans to implement sweeping changes faster, aiming at government agencies, increasing restrictions on immigration, and pursuing conservative economic policies. Many believe that Trump's first 100 days could be packed with executive orders designed to cement his policies quickly. Meanwhile, the streets of D.C. and major cities across the country are alive with reaction, both celebrations and protests. Trump supporters are out in full force, celebrating what they see as a return to the values they cherish. At the same time, protests have erupted, with groups who oppose Trump's candidacy voicing their fears about his policies and the impact they could have on marginalized communities. Law enforcement is on high alert, managing these crowds to keep things peaceful. The international stage is watching too. European leaders, including Emmanuel Macron, have sent congratulations, signaling cautious optimism about working with Trump on global issues. But in Ukraine, the mood is tense. With Trump's promise to stop foreign wars and his stance on potentially scaling back aid, Ukrainian leaders are bracing for what could be a dramatic shift in U.S. support as they continue their conflict with Russia. So, as Trump heads back to the White House, America stands at a crossroads. His supporters see this as a chance to restore the values they feel have been neglected, while his critics are preparing for what they believe could be an era of deep division. One thing is certain, these next 4 years will shape America's future in ways we can only begin to imagine. For Twisted News, I'm Theo Shaft. Stay with us for the latest updates as we cover what this historic election means for our nation and the world.